Hey everyone, Ty here. Today we got Fire Emblem Three Houses. This will be part 2 of my Let's Play for this game. So yeah, we're gonna start this up and get this rolling.
Part 1. White Clouds. Harpstring Moon. Familiar scenery. In honor of the saints whose births or deaths took place under this moon, the people perform music once beloved by those divine beings. Whether by harp, by flute, or voice alone, joyous melodies are shared between farmers as they sow their seeds across the vast plains of Tailtean and Gronder.
So I forgot to change the stream name. Received 1,000 G from the Church of Ceros as funding for this month's activities.
As you have already been notified, your mission is to subdue some bandits. Our students have been learning about combat through study, but this is a precious opportunity to provide them with practical experience. The Knights will support your mission and are prepared to offer their assistance if necessary. In short, this is no mock battle. You must be prepared for anything. You will receive a message from the Knights when it is time to depart. Until then, use your time wisely.
The last time we fought bandits, you saved me. Maybe I can return the favor this time.
Hey, wouldn't that be nice? Actually, no, we don't even want to be in that situation to begin with.
The Knights are well aware of our enemy's strength. We can count on them to keep the battlefield under control for us. It seems unlikely that we would lose. Still, let's do all we can to prepare.
You seem well. Are you adjusting to life at the monastery?
I think so.
Oh, I didn't expect that answer. When we were mercenaries, I handled everything. Outside of battle, you didn't have much contact with people, did you? I
Nope.
thought being thrown into a swarm of noble brats to teach would be a bit much for you. But I guess I had nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, they're all pretty chill so far.
By the way, I heard about those bandits. Your first assignment is to take them out, right? That's fairly routine for you by now, but don't forget it's the first real taste of battle for those brats. It'll be tougher to sleep at night if you let one of your little pupils die. So stay vigilant and lead them well.
Will do.
I wish I could offer you my support, but Lady Rhea won't allow it. For now, I'll try to figure out what she wants from you. I don't mind you settling into your life here, but don't let your guard down, ever.
Annette's birthday. Yeah, we'll buy some flowers. Monastery holds events with various effects, such as those which increase the benefits of the share a meal activity for certain characters. These events will appear on the calendar. Like to explore on your day off to participate. Okay. Alright, guess we're gonna explore. On the map screen, you can travel instantly to places you have already been. Press the R button to open the map, select a destination, and then press the A button to fast travel. That's pretty convenient. Press the X button to see where to find each character and facility at your selected location. Girl's voice, what could it mean? We're good with the war apparel. Literally the same. I don't think we're gonna fool around with that for now. Didn't charge. The next mission is a real battle. This isn't child's play. Come see me for advice, Geralt. Visit the dormitory to unlock the ability to fast travel there. Creative cuisines. I like to spruce up the menu in the dining hall. If you have any recipe ideas, let me know. Yeah, so just to recap where we left off, we picked our house. We did like the practice battle against the other two houses, and now there were the bandits that we fought in the prologue. They're back, and there was some other guy. We don't know his name yet, but he was pretty threatening. Do we need we need magic for Twinkle Toes. I forget his name. Okay, so we got a lot of traveling to do. Okay, Hubert, that's who needs the magic.
Professor, hey, do you know how old Captain Gerald is?
That's enough, Leone. If I don't know, how could my child know?
It's not normal to forget your own age, you know. It's kind of worrisome, actually.
By the time you're forgetting your own age, you're past the point of caring.
That's a good point.
I guess if you put it that way, you've got a point.
Yep.
Hey, I hope we get a chance to practice together when you find the time. I know I'm in a different class, but you're the only other person here who's learned from Captain Gerald. Professor, hey, do you know how old Captain Gerald is?
That's enough,
It's not...
By the time you...
I guess if you put...
I have a request.
Real battle this month, huh? I hear even the Knights of Cereals involved. I never taught you much about tactics, but there's a primer on it in my room. Give it a read. Leading the charge. Starting with this month's mission, you can now lead a battalion into battle. Search for the tactics primer in the captain's quarters and peruse it to get up to speed. Decent reward. We're not gonna accept that. Yes, sir. This is an SRPG, so like a strategy game.
Hello.
Hello. Captain's quarters. Where are they? Talk to these fellows.
Your performance in the mock battle was exceptional, Professor. You have inspired me to follow your example and study even more diligently. Perhaps we could train together sometime. I would love to test myself against your sword skills again.
I hear you've been tasked with hunting down bandits, right? Meanwhile, my class is stuck with a downright peaceful mission. Sounds like you'll be fighting alongside the knights, too. Don't let the monastery down, Teach.
Not a chance.
Your performance in the... Perhaps we could...
That reminds me.
The next assignment is to drive out bandits? Sounds like some training is in order. Tell me something, Professor. When it comes to a one-on-one battle, which is better, strength or skill?
One-on-one, I would say... I feel like strength. I feel like skill is more for like a full army.
I knew it! When it's all said and done, muscle always comes out on top. Good to see you, Professor. I was just on my way to train, so I'm pretty busy. We can talk soon.
Hey there, Professor. You here to check in on my training? Oh, that reminds me. I found this small cloth. It's kind of weak, not really sure what it is, but it works great for wiping up sweat.
That reminds me.
And now that you're all the way over here, Professor, care to join me in some training? After training, I love tending to the horses or burying myself in a good pile of books. There's truly nothing better. Hi, Professor. I've actually got plans, so let's talk some other time.
For years, the Boar Prince and I were inseparable. I know him better than almost anyone else, so let me give you some advice. Beneath all that princely polish, he's an animal, nothing more. He's strong and skilled, sure, but don't place your trust in him as a human being. Take care he doesn't chew you up and spit you out. Join me for some training sometime. I'm interested in your sword technique. I might like to become your student someday, but not today.
Okay, one day we'll recruit all these people.
Here's
It is better if you do not approach me. If you spend too much time around a man of Dusker, there will be rumors. I have a request.
There's a dish I would like to make, but I need more of a certain vegetable to do so. I was planning to grow it from seeds in the greenhouse, but if you'd like to help grow plants in the greenhouse, take to do seeds and ask the greenhouse keeper how to grow and harvest crops.
That's said. That's
Can I not go up here? We're just at the training grounds.
Hey there.
Okay. Okay.
How's your day been, Rob?
Professor! What?
Do you know about the Cardinals? They are the ones who run the church. Their identities are a closely guarded secret.
The Amiibo Gazebo. When you scan an amiibo here, certain items will appear at random in the monastery and all of your save files. You will also get higher quality items for scanning Fire Emblem character amiibo. Each Fire Emblem character amiibo may also provide unique rewards. I don't have any amiibo, so can't do that right now. That's nice. I went to the gym and I worked on some of my streaming stuff. Like edited some of my overlays. And now I'm doing this.
Professor, there are some
So that's basically the gist of it. I also have to take my car to the shop. It's getting fixed tomorrow.
Like the other night, I went on a date with a dashing, handsome, strong young knight. Oh, I'm a bit weak just remembering him. Anyway, do you know what that no-good jerk said when we got back to my room? He said, "What a mess. I'm afraid to go in there." Can you believe it? You know who cares about keeping everything neat and tidy? Not me, that's who. Afraid to go in there. Some nut he is.
Yeah, so far, I had a decent amount on Wednesday. Wednesday morning was a pretty good one. I had like 10 people on at one time. Let's see, the late night stream only had like 2 people. It was pretty dead. So that's why I made those adjustments to my schedule. I'm gonna do like 10:30 to 12:30 on Friday into Saturday night. And yeah, I totally got rid of the Friday morning one because I was spent after that day. Because I basically got up at like 5:30 and then was up till 2:30 in the morning. I mean, I did nap for an hour, but that's it. Ah, here's the dining hall. Takes me back to the good old college days.
Frigid has much more warmth than Fodlan. Even spring here has coolness. And you, Professor? Which do you find is worse? Too hot or too cold weather?
I think the heat, too hot, is just unbearable. At least for me.
Many things, Professor. If you are not liking the heat, you should be wearing lighter clothes.
She is right. Yeah, I'm looking at analytics. Every time I finish a stream, I get sent the results of like how many people total tuned in at one time, and also throughout the entire stream, how many different people came on. So yeah, I'm looking at that. Right now, it's mainly just trial and error, and just kind of play around with it and see how things go. I'm really kind of using my social media pages to help connect with others. I've also been watching other people's streams, you know, just to get more involved within the community.
There are way too many vegetables in today's meal. Oh, hi, Professor. Were you just eavesdropping on me? Well, everyone knows a plate full of sweets is far preferred to a plate full of vegetables, regardless of age. Yes? I'm actually very busy right now. If you're here to ask a favor, please ask someone else.
Nobody's interested. All right, let's look at the bulletin board. Is this the head chef?
Would you kindly do something for me?
I'm fresh out of recipe ideas. Say, perhaps you could find some for me. Maybe a student or the library's cookbooks can spark some inspiration. Let me know, will you? Email has not been unlocked yet.
I've got to find out everyone's likes and dislikes so I know what to cook. Who knows when it'll be my turn at kitchen duty?
Thanks, man. Really appreciate that. I will say it definitely at times has been a little overwhelming with all the work that has to go into this. The streaming itself isn't bad. It's just more the outside stuff. Like all this, like the promotion and engaging with others and trying to self-promote and all the marketing stuff that goes along with it.
How about you, Professor? Do you like sweet or spicy food?
So it's definitely good to let that you guys are tuning in. I really appreciate it, and I thank you for that, because it keeps me going, honestly. Like if I come on and I see like nobody's on here, you know, I mean, it is what it is. I'm having fun. I'm playing my games, which I would be doing anyways. So it's good to just share it with other people as well. I like sweet better than spicy. I like both though. Thank you, Ethan. Good to see you, man. Hope all's been well.
Huh? You think I would be a good fit for your class? I'm not sure. There's still a lot I want to learn from my current class. Sorry to disappoint.
Okay. Ooh, what's over here? Meat from beasts hunted in the hills can be used when you shear a meal. Alright, so I gotta get to the greenhouse. Yeah, that's for sure. It's really that building that following, that's really the crucial part of it. It's definitely the toughest part too, because when once you have a following, others gradually will just gravitate towards you. Who are these two walking away? Yeah, I hear you, Ethan. I mean, the pandemic really slowed things down for me, where I was working my sports jobs, and obviously sports really isn't the best industry during these times. So smithing stone, a basic smithing material, can be used to repair broken weapons. Right, I've noticed that a lot of streamers, they came from YouTube. At least a lot of like the people I would watch for like Pokemon playthroughs and all that stuff. Yeah, so that's really one of the challenging parts has been the fact that I've also started my own YouTube channel, and that's definitely going to be, the learning curve with that is definitely greater.
I'm bored. Maybe I should go into town. But that would be such a hassle. Hi, Professor. I'm rather busy right now, so do make it quick. Ah, you can tell? I suppose being a professor has taught you how to ferret out time wasters.
Yeah, so also, Rob, that's why I've been uploading all my streams to YouTube. I know where they're long, probably not a lot of people are going to watch, but I'm working on trying to make like shorter videos, like tutorials, and I really want to start with like a welcome video, like welcome to my YouTube, just to like have people kind of get to know me.
Oh, Professor, how are you today? I'm just heading out for a mission. I'll be seeing you. I don't need luck. This will be a piece of cake. I'll be back before you know it.
He's a seasoned lad. He knows what he's doing.
You there? What? What?
You look bored. Care to duel?
A duel.
What? I just wanted to spar.
You there?
We will accompany you on your assignment. We don't want anything to happen to our precious students. If any of you run into trouble, we'll step in and help out.
If we need help. Okay.
So, greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Are you settled in here at the monastery yet? Make sure to have a good look around. There's much to see. Like fish. You do know about the pond behind the dining hall, right? You can fish there. Give it a try.
Alright. I want to do some fishing. Oh, kitty. Sounds good, Rob. That's fine. Appreciate you tuning in. Don't expect everybody to be watching it the entire time. I know everybody else has their own stuff they have to do. Hey, here's the marketplace.
Hey.
Hello. Yeah, you don't want to talk?
Welcome.
Okay, Hubert needs something. We'll give him a vulnerary.
Thank you.
This one?
Thank you.
Let's give Eldegard a shield. I should probably have a shield too.
This one?
Thank you.
Okay, and now we're broke.
Please come again.
Alright, so that was the item shop. Oh, here's the weapons.
Come back soon.
So... Greetings, Professor. Are you settled in here at the monastery yet? Make sure to have a good look around. There's much like fish. You...
Okay, we gotta find the greenhouse. Alright, here we go. Doggo. I want to pat you. Insect larva, all-purpose bait that often attracts everyday fish. Now we just need a rod. Oh. It's like right here. Okay, let's see what we got. White trout, a stark white fish that gleams in sunlight, can be used when you share a meal. Hooked on fishing, a sheet of paper with carefully curated information about different types of fishing bait and best tackle practices. Whoever wrote this knows a great deal about fishing. Ooh. Okay. B+. You will now receive more monthly funds for activities. Look at that. Gift of knowledge.
Have we met? No. Sorry. You remind me of someone I know.
Hey, here we go. Greenhouse keeper. Yeah, let's do some gardening. I could learn a thing or two about that. For gardening, you can harvest all kinds of crops. Flowers, for instance, make great gifts. Some people might even decorate their rooms with the flowers you give them. Use the plant command to decide which seeds to use. More seeds mean a bigger harvest, while more compatible seeds will lead to higher quality. Use the cultivate command to pay the greenhouse keeper to look after your crop. The more you spend, the better your harvest will be. Your crop will be ready 1 week after you plant your seeds. Use the harvest command to gather what you've grown. Just like an amount using the directional buttons, press the A button to hand the seeds to the greenhouse keeper. You offer the seeds to the greenhouse keeper. Check back when you next explore the monastery on a free day.
My thanks.
Okay. You have my gratitude. The greenhouse is an invaluable resource. If we cultivate more plants, I'm sure we'll be able to cook a larger variety of meals. Oh, awesome. Good to know. Like recipes in the library. We gotta visit the captain's quarters.
Hello. If you'll excuse me. Oh, Professor. Excuse me.
So yeah, we're just getting familiar with the whole place. I haven't searched the entire monastery just yet. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Yeah, I'm playing on a hard casual.
What is it? I'm not doing anything.
What's this cake doing out here?
Oh, come on. That's just cruel. Oh, Professor. Hello. I was just looking for my... Well, it's like a pale blue cloth. Have you seen it?
I'll search for it.
Okay.
I wonder if it's over here with the boxes. Nope.
That's so.
Hi. Okay.
Ah.
You would think the captain's... nope, this is the sauna.
Hey there. Professor. Let's see. That person sure does remind me of somebody, but I can't figure out who. Oh, do you need me for something? Sorry, but I'm really busy right now.
You sure look at just standing here thinking.
Well...
Do you know of the Eyre family? We have long held the position of Prime Minister in the Empire. The Empire's power lies with 6 noble families, my family foremost among them. The full explanation may be time-consuming. I can give you a moment to get ready, if you would like to take notes. Alright, I will list the 6 great noble families. There is Caspar's father, Count Burgles, the Minister of Military Affairs. Then there is Linhart's father, Count Hevering, the Minister of Domestic Affairs. Bernadetta's father, Count Varley, is the Minister of Religious Affairs. Hubert's father, Marquis Vestra, is the Minister of the Imperial Household. Finally, we have Duke Gert, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and my own father, Duke Eyre, the Prime Minister. One day, I will take his place as the Prime Minister of the Empire. I am more talented than anyone in my class, even Edelgard. I will lead the Empire to a bright, enlightened future.
I mean, he's a talented knight, so, anything is possible for him. I won't say it's just wishful thinking.
There is nothing I cannot achieve.
Cathedral.
Really?
Hey! Here's an idea. I hear the Officers' Academy of the Monastery was founded about 2 centuries ago. The eastern region of Fodlan was being invaded by Almyra, and so the Archbishop of the time took measures to prevent the border from being taken. In order to ensure Fodlan would be safe from potential threats, she deemed it necessary to raise a generation of excellence. That is how the establishment was founded, though its purpose has changed over the years.
I have a favor to ask.
I've been thinking about starting a choir, and I need a volunteer who can help me get it off the ground. Can you help me find some students who love music? Find out which students are passionate about music. It seems there was a sign-up sheet being passed around the dormitory seeking students to join the choir. We will accept. Mercedes.
The cathedral is nice and quiet. It's so relaxing. Oh, Professor, did you come to pray to the goddess? Me too. Shall we pray together?
Oh, you want me to join your class? Well, I'm already having so much fun in my current class. Sorry to disappoint, but I'll have to decline.
Magic and bow.
There's something else. It is the duty of every Fodlan noble to demonstrate piety towards Ceros. Have you also come to offer your prayers to the goddess, Professor? You don't sound terribly sure. Perhaps you are not of noble birth? After all, devotion is not as essential for a commoner. It would seem that your reputation is on the rise. Even Lady Rhea has taken a liking to you. It's a shame I am not in your class, but I suppose I am content with my current arrangement.
Inside the cathedral, there is a chapel dedicated to the four saints. Do you know of them?
I do not.
Saint Indec, Saint Macula, Saint Keyhole, and...
Saint Sethli! Who is your favorite, Professor?
Now that you are a member of the church, be sure to familiarize yourself with our teachings and traditions.
Might you help me with a favor?
There is a ceremony related to Saint Sethlian that requires rare fish. Would you mind helping me obtain some, Professor? You can fish by speaking with the fish keeper at the fishing pond. Fresh catch. Catch a fish for the ceremony and bring it to Flame. Head to the fishing pond with the bait she gave you, and speak with the fish keeper to try out fishing. Yeah. I want to catch some fish. Statue of Saint Indec, one of the four saints. It is said that he was known for his wisdom and dexterity. Though unskilled in the art of human interaction, he used his gifts to help those in need. He was also an indomitable warrior who slew countless foes on countless battlefields. Okay, so he was an archer. And now we got a mage over here. Saint Macula statue. A statue of Saint Macula, one of the four saints. It is said that his gift for strategy was unparalleled. He served as the chief tactician of Saint Ceros and was a pioneering figure for and master of the magical arts. Saint Sethlian statue. Statue of Saint Sethlian, one of the four saints. It is said that she was a beautiful and kind soul who was beloved by all for her empathy and her ability to heal severe wounds. She is the daughter of Saint Keyhole. And here's Saint Keyhole. Statue of Saint Keyhole, one of the four saints. It is said that he was a compassionate yet stern figure whose faith was so true he was able to perform miracles. He is the father of Saint Sethlian. Okay, we got our history lesson for today. It's like those three are getting taught a lesson or something. Another cat. A lot of animals. All cats. Okay.
Here's an idea. I hear the Officers' Academy of the Monastery was founded about 2 centuries ago. The eastern region of Fodlan was being invaded by
I hope
Almighty,
there's not a test.
and so the Archbishop of the time took measures to prevent the border from being taken.
I've had enough tests to last a lifetime over here. I don't even want to look at another test.
In order to ensure Fodlan would be safe from potential threats, she deemed it necessary to raise a generation of excellence. That is how the establishment was founded, though its purpose has changed over the years.
Okay. I don't really need to go back in the cathedral. At least that area. What's over here? Another bulletin board.
No.
That's right.
Just can't go in there yet.
Professor.
Oh yeah, no tests. I'll take history lesson just for fun, like just learning about stuff. But I don't want to get tested about it or have to report back on what I learned. Well, then I know others will say, if you can't report it back, then did you really learn anything? Which is also true.
Thank you. Let's see.
Right. Go to the second floor.
What?
Xanadu, the Red Canyon, is a place of great significance to the Church of Seros. Even members of the church are forbidden from entering without permission. To go trampling around in there, causing trouble. Those bandits truly are morally reprehensible.
Thank you for paying me a visit. Is there anything troubling you? Or is there perhaps something I can help you with? You seem to be getting along well with the students. I would advise you to be confident in your abilities. The rest will fall into place in time. I can often be found here, so if there is ever anything you need, please do not hesitate to pay me a visit.
I'm curious what the other option is. Oh, never mind. Doesn't matter. Ooh. Tactics Primer, a book containing the basics of tactics. It doesn't look like it's been read much.
Thanks for your help.
Cool. I chose some knights to help you out. They'll be deployed in your next real battle. I'm sure you'll be able to make good use of them. Alright, leading on a charge. Starting with this month's mission, you can now lead a battalion into battle, search for the tactics primer in the captain's quarters, and peruse it to get up to speed. Cool. Access the items menu to use, store, take, or swap items for your units. Items that cannot be carried will be sent to the convoy. Access the abilities and combat arts menus to equip your units with what they have learned. Use the battalion menu to assign battalions to your units. Use the reclass menu to switch a unit's class to any for which they are certified. Classes a unit has mastered are marked with a star. Some hair in the device looks just like my hair. Yes, we did that last time.
Excellent work guiding the students in the mock battle. Taking command like that? Simply splendid. And bearing the unknown crest's power? Yes, I'm talking about you. Your talents are incredible, and Lady Rhea's insight as to your potential is doubly so.
So kind. Armory. Doesn't look like anything here. Thanks, I am Joker. Appreciate that. Nice. What do you think of it so far? Have you chosen a house yet? Classic cookbook. Cooking recipes said to have been used since long ago. This will probably help the head chef.
I'm so glad to be a student here. If only because I get to use this.
Nice. I'm also part of Black Eagle. Black Eagle for life, man.
Reading books from all the regions of Fodlan, I feel almost like I'm visiting those places myself.
Yeah, you gotta travel. We gotta visit them in person.
I don't have many chances to travel.
Neither do we with the pandemic going on.
Ah, Professor. What an honor that you would come and talk to me. I'd like to learn more about you. Maybe someday you can add me to your class.
Illustrated cookbook. Cooking recipes with illustrations that make them easy to follow. You feel that even you could cook with this. Wow. I could probably use that cookbook myself. Register of Kingdom Nobles. Register prominent noble horses of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. This document is expressly for official use by the Church of Ceros. Students are forbidden to remove or peruse this documentation. 1179 edition. House Bladed. This house claims Bladed of the 10 elites as its ancestors. It has ruled the kingdom for over 400 years ever since Lugh, the King of Lions, claimed victory in the War of the Eagle and Lion in 751. This secured the kingdom's independence from the Pedestrian Empire, after which Lugh was crowned as its inaugural king by the Church of Ceros. House Bladed resides in Berdiad, the Kingdom Chapel, claiming all of the surrounding territory as its domain and many of the fiefdoms in the north of Fodlan as its vassals. With the passing of King Lambert in 1176, his older brother, Grand Duke Rufus of Itha, assumed the burden of ruling the kingdom in the young Crown Prince's stead. Even still, strife and disorder continued to plague the land. House Baldarius. This house of dukes claims Baldarius of the 10 elites as its ancestor. It is one of the most ancient houses on record, even amongst kingdom nobility. It is said that Typhon, the sword friend of Lugh, the King of Lions, was also related to the hero Baldarius. Then we got House Gaucher, or Gaudier, I don't know how to, either or. This house of Margraves claims Gaudier of the 10 elites as its ancestor. Its territory lies in the northernmost reaches of the kingdom. As such, it has safeguarded kingdom territory against incursions by the people of the Spreng region for over 200 years. Alright, then we got House Charon. This house of counts claims Charon of the 10 elites as its ancestor, tasked with negotiating between the resistance armies and the Church of Ceros during the War of Eagle and Lion. The head of House Charon continues the tradition of a ceremonial competition within the kingdom. A lot of houses, man. House Galatea, when House Daphne, once a cornerstone of the Leicester alliance, was divided in two over an inheritance feud. Half of them defected to Farius and established House Galatea, which was granted the noble title of Count. Much of its territory consisted of frigid wasteland where severe famine occurred in the early 1170s. House Rowe, a noble house that once held territory in the Northern Empire, when the fortress city of Arianrod was constructed within its domain, it revolted against the Empire and pledged the entirety of its territory, including Arianrod, the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. For this contribution, it was awarded the noble title of Count. And last but not least, House Lyman. This house originally held no more than a lordship over a single castle in the west of the kingdom, but was awarded the noble title of Viscount for its great success in subjugation at the Dusker region in 1176. Afterwards, it was granted the Dusker region as its feudal estate. Oh my gosh. Register prominent noble houses of the Leicester Alliance. This document is... Okay. House Rian, leading house of the Leicester Alliance, and descendants of one of the 10 elites. In the Crescent Moon War of 881, they spearheaded the move toward independence from the kingdom, as well as the establishment of a republic by its former vassals. They have held the esteemed responsibility of leading the Alliance Round Table ever since. The position of this House of Dukes relies on the noble rank bestowed upon by the kingdom for the Alliance's founding. The current Duke Regan's heir, Godfrey, died in an accident while on duty. While he did leave behind a surviving daughter, she is presently unaccounted for. House Goneril, descendants of one of the 10 elites, it is a military house that is chiefly tasked with military strikes and defense against the Almaran army, mostly due to its territorial position in the east. Lord Holst, the next head of the house, is widely renowned as the Alliance's bravest general. House Sordelia, House of Counts, with land in the east of Leicester territory. In 1167, it was involved in House Hrim's rebellion, and the Empire retaliated by repeatedly meddling in the house's internal affairs, leading to a sharp decline in its noble standing. House Gloucester, descendants of one of the 10 elites, this House of Counts hails from southern Leicester territory. The current head of house is ambitious, excels at public relations, and has an influential voice among the 5 noble families with voting rights at the Leicester Alliance Round Table, second only to House Regan. House Edmund, House of Margraves with land in the north of Leicester territory. Its beneficial trade policies, emphasizing fair use of its personal harbors, have awarded the house a great deal of clout, to such a degree that it was eventually accepted into the ranks of the 5 great lords of the Alliance. The current head of house is a renowned orator. House Daphne, descendants of one of the 10 elites and formerly among the 5 great lords of the Alliance, it lost much power due to internal discord. For the last several generations, no head of House Daphne has borne a crest. In spite of this, it still maintains its status as a noble family. Oh geez, these Register of Empire Nobles Part 2. Register of Prominent Noble Houses of the Pedestrian Empire. This document is okay. House Kurth, the House of Dukes, that it has inherited rule over the Empire's Ministry of the Exterior, diplomacy, foreign relations, and relations between various provinces in the capital fall under its purview. It worked hard to secure the ceasefires that ended both the Brigid and Dagda campaigns. Though complicit in the insurrection, it remains distant from associated houses. House Arundo, formerly a minor noble house of the Empire, as head of the house when Volkar's younger sister became betrothed to Emperor Ionius IX. Volkard was granted the title of Lord Arundel. Having worked closely with House Ager, House Arundel is seen as one of the chief instigators of the insurrection of the Seven. House Trim, a house of imperial viscounts resisting Emperor Ionius's the Ninth's policy of power centralization. It set out to join the alliance and secure independence from the empire, but was unable to overcome the imperial army's intervention. In the aftermath, the house's main genetic line was wiped out. Its current head of house is an adoptee. House Nouvelle, a house of imperial viscounts with territory on the western coast of the empire, centered around its namesake harbor city Nouvelle. The house flourished thanks to commerce with Dagda, Albania, Brigid, and other territories. Even still, it fell to ruin in 1175 after permitting the combined invading forces of the Dagda and Brigid's armies to make landfall. House Ox, a house of imperial barons. Its territory occupies the northern half of the western peninsula known as Baldland's Fangs. The head of the house was lost to the Dagda and Brigid War. House Barthels, a house of imperial barons, highly ambitious. It sought out and acquired several crests for its bloodlines. In 1176, many members, including the head of the house, died under unexplained circumstances. The deed was attributed to the heir, Emil. As his whereabouts are unknown, leadership of the house fell to a distant relative. Register of Empire Nobles Part 1. House Restbelg, the most distinguished noble house of the empire, tracing its roots all the way back to the great Emperor Wilhelm. It has been the governing house of the empire for 1100 years. In addition to the first emperor, its lineage is also traced back to Saint Seros himself, which is why generations of emperors are believed to bear the crest of Seros. House Restbelg resides in Enbar, the imperial capital, claiming all of the surrounding territory as its domain. It boasted supreme authority both within the empire and without until the insurrection of the Seven in 1171, in which much of its power was stripped away by the nobility. In recent years, a series of misfortunes has plagued this storied house, and some believe dark clouds hover over the future of the Restbelg reign. House Ager, a house of dukes possessing great power within the empire, second only to House Restbelg. The head of the house came to occupy the post of prime minister, rendering the title a hereditary one thereafter. House Ager led the insurrection of the Seven and in many ways holds the true power governing the empire. Svestra, a house of marquises without a domain, existing in the shadow of House. In addition to managing the darker tasks of the empire, it is responsible for the emperor's periphery affairs, including coordinating things such as ceremonies and rituals, imperial consorts, and the imperial guard. House Vestra was allied with House Ager in the insurrection. House Havrain. The House of Counts that has inherited rule over the Empire's domestic affairs, particularly those relating to administration, finance, and the judiciary. It frequently clashes with the Minister of Military Affairs over these matters. Much of its territory lies in the Ogma Mountains, and as such, it enjoys the fruits of lucrative mining industry. House Bergliez, a house of counts that has inherited rule of the Empire's Ministry of Military Affairs. It commands all the armies that do not directly belong to the Emperor. During times of war, the head of the house becomes the Imperial Army's commander-in-chief. Their territory encompasses most of the Empire's main breadbasket, Gronder Field. I know, after all this reading, I've had enough. I'll have to burn it down. I mean, I think the castle walls are fireproof, so it'll probably be okay. But the inside won't be. Okay, House Varley. The House of Counts that has inherited rule over the Empire's Ministry of Religion, whose main responsibility is to maintain amiable relations with the Church of Ceros. However, due to the estrangement of the Church from the Empire in recent years, it is now more involved with the judiciary, causing political strife within the Ministry of the Interior. Alright, that's enough reading. I don't think I can read anymore.
Swimming through a sea of countless books, tracking down that single sought-after volume, it's absolute bliss. How do the poor fools who spend their days sharpening swords and polishing armor find any joy in life?
I don't know. Sounds a little better to me than reading all day.
That's so.
You gotta mix things up. Vibrate eternal commandments. Dare not doubt or deny the power or existence of the goddess. Dare not speak the goddess' name in vain. Wow, the church lesson. Dare not disrespect your father, mother, or any who serve the goddess. Dare not abuse the power gifted to you by the goddess. Dare not kill, harm, lie, or steal unless such acts are committed by the will of the goddess. The goddess cares for and protects all that is beautiful in this world. The goddess will never deny the splendors of love, affection, joy, peace, faith, kindness, temperance, modesty, or patience. Follow her example, and in doing so, abide her laws. Well, that one at least was shorter. Not as much of a mouthful. The Book of Ceros, Part 2. The creation. In the beginning, amid the great cloudless ocean, Fodlan came to be. At the end of a long journey, the goddess glimpsed that land and there alighted. Upon that sacred ground, she breathed life into the world and created all of the creatures upon it. By the goddess's hand, plants took root, birds took to the sky, and animals roamed the land. Last of all, she created humanity. When the humans wished for power, she granted it. She gifted them the blessings of the heavens and of the earth. By way of the magical arts, humanity attained great power, yet unaware that great power portends great evil. By the grace of the goddess's divine protection, humanity thrived. Through her blessings, they grew prosperous and their numbers rose. Before long, they became the most powerful creatures in all of Fodlan. All was well until darkness descended from the north. A darkness that devoured the earth, desecrated the heavens, and threw the world and its inhabitants into a state of chaos. To face this evil force, the goddess created a new well of power. She gifted certain chosen individuals with sacred blood, allowing them to wield mystical weapons that they may prevail against the darkness. These souls, buoyed by their divine gifts, conquered the evil ones and drove them back to the north. They came to be known as heroes. The heroes experienced unnaturally long lives, persisting for hundreds of years. Even after they breathed their last, the power coursing through their blood remained, leaving an indelible mark upon this world. This power passed through bloodlines claimed to be known as the Crests. The mystical weapons they once wielded are now called heroes' relics, and so the legend of a new age was born. The descendants of the heroes sought their ancestors' power, and thusly their blood. In time they amassed crests, relics, land, and wealth, using all to set the land aflame with war. The goddess's power, intended to stem the flow of evil, became a tool of destruction, all because of the greed of humanity. The goddess grieved, and, heartbroken, hid herself in the heavens from whence she came. Is this the same? Oh, this is part 2. In the beginning, amid the great cloudless ocean, Fodlan came to be. At the end of a long journey, the goddess glimpsed that land and there alighted. Upon that sacred ground, she breathed life into the world and created all of the creatures upon it. By the goddess's hand, plants... Okay, I think we did read this one, actually. Yeah, we did. Oh, this is part 1, the revelation. The goddess is all things. She is heaven above and the land below. She is eternity incarnate. She is the present, the past, and the future. Her eyes see all, her ears hear all, her hands receive all. She who was graced with the holy word of the divine goddess, who bore witness to her magnificence, is the one called Syros. She is the messenger of the heavens, the bridge between the lands above and below, and her blessings shall bring tidings of peace to all. With the goddess's omnipotence and wisdom to guide her, Syros ensures that her will be done. As the goddess's sword, Syros wards away evil. As the goddess's child, Syros makes emperors of mortals. As the goddess's wings, Syros elevates her people. And as the goddess's voice, Syros spreads the word of love. That sublime sword is entrusted to you. Those emperors are crowned before you. Those wings clear a path. That voice whispers words of trust. May the blessings of the goddess follow you always. Alright, I don't know if I want to read these. Amorphous, Dagda. Probably read all these backwards. I probably should have started here and then worked my way around. Response to the north of Faldland today. Only the northern half has kept the moniker, while the southern half now falls under the dominion of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Several warlike clans call this great wasteland their home. Certain areas of this region are comprised of rocky desert. Dusker is a peninsula to the north of Faldland and the west of Sreng. The people who once inhabited this area were decimated, and it now falls under the dominion of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. The land boasts nothing noteworthy to make it a desirable travel destination, but rumors of valuable minerals waiting to be unearthed abound. And then last, Ogma Mountains, an enormous mountain range somewhat south of central Faldland. To the west, it forms the border between the Empire and the Kingdom, surrounding Garreg Mach and cutting across Empire territory. It is home to many animals and plants that cannot be found elsewhere, as well as a plethora of valuable mineral deposits. Oh my gosh, history of Faldland. Dagdan army invaded from across the sea, but the Imperial forces resisted the attack and drove off the enemy. The land of Mach sustained considerable damage. It was in 721, the First Mach War. Invasion of Brigid. The Empire invaded the Brigid archipelago, a land occupied by allies of Dagda. As penance for their refusal to surrender, the people of Brigid were relegated to a life of imperial subjugation. 731, the invasion of Dagda. With the boom of strong foothold in Brigid, the Empire mounted a large-scale invasion of Dagda. However, the fortunes of war were not on their side, and their attack failed. At 747, the Fargus Rebellion. Lug, a descendant of one of the houses that first quarreled with the Empire, raised an army to demand independence, pulling the land of Fargus into a fierce rebellion. This clash came to be known as the War of the Eagle and Lion. Imperial year 751, the founding of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Lug and his resistance army were victorious over the Imperial forces. The Holy Church of Syros mediated between the two, and Fargus secured its hard-won independence as the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Year 801, the Leicester Rebellion. A rebellion broke out in the Imperial lands of Leicester. which the Imperial Army was unable to suppress. The Holy Kingdom, viewing the uprising as an opportunity to increase its own political sway, occupied the Leicester region, formally declaring it as a territory of Fargus. 861, Fargus divided. Following the death of King Claus I, three princes became archdukes and split the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, that they may rule over it as three separate territories. So that's probably the three houses. 881, the Crescent Moon War. The Archduke ruling over the Leicester Legion of the Kingdom succumbed to illness. The lords of the Leicester lands refused to acknowledge the next Archduke in line, instead plotting to rule jointly as an alliance. The funding of the Leicester Alliance. The Leicester Alliance was officially formed after the subjugation of hostile nobles and the removal of all the opposing forces in the regions of Fargus. An influential figure from the outset, Duke Regan, was inarguably the heart of the newly formed alliance. And then in 961, we had the Amiran invasion. The great eastern nation of Amira crossed through Faldlin's throat and invaded Alliance territory. The Empire dispatched troops in order to help conquer this threat, and the attackers were just barely driven off. And then in 1101, the construction of Faldlin's Locket. To defend against future Almerian invasions, the Alliance, the Kingdom, and the Empire joined their efforts and resources to construct the indomitable fort known as Faldlin's Locket. Okay, that's all we just read all that. Final nemesis who becomes himself the King of Liberation, delighted in war and bloodshed rather than rebelling against his prosecution. The people of Faldlin fell to his depths in a mad scramble to attain power through murder and theft. 41 years before the founding of the Pedestrian Empire, St. Cyrus appeared in the lair of Enbar, and through the many unfathomable miracles she performed, spread light across the land. In doing so, she joined the shattered hearts of the purest people of Faldlin, who went on to form the Holy Church of Cyrus. The founding of the Pedestrian Empire. In the first year of our calendar, the glorious Pedestrian Empire was founded. Its name was gifted by an oracle, and its future blessed by the goddess. Its capital, Enbar, was chosen to govern the southern reaches of Faldlin, where the divine Saint Cyrus also lent her powers. The War of Heroes. Wilhelm Paul Rasbelg, the inaugural Pedestrian Emperor, raised an army in pursuit of the unification of Faldlin. With his might, he hunted and destroyed any house's territory that dared to seek more power. In Imperial Year 46, the Battle of Gronder, an intense battle erupted on Gronder Field, where the houses that were allied with Nemesis and the Imperial forces of the Pedestrian Empire clashed. There, the Imperial forces emerged victorious. And then the Battle of Beltian. The houses that were allied with Nemesis once again faced off against the Imperial forces, this time at Tilton Plains. There, the evil Nemesis finally fell, and the Emperor secured a momentous victory. And then in 98, the War of Heroes ends. The successor to Great Emperor Wilhelm I, Lycon I, succumbed to sudden illness. The Empire, which ruled over the majority of Faldlin, took this opportunity to put an end to the seemingly endless fighting.
I can't believe it. I'm so glad to be a student here.
Okay. Tantalizing cookbook. Well, we can help the head chef. Report to him now.
Hey, you.
Hey. just there. Oh my gosh, it's like amazing here.
Really?
Gotta be this way. Okay. Go back to the first floor. Actually, let's see if I can just use this quick transport. How did I explore the second floor? How did I miss that other section? I think the doors were closed.
Inside the cathedral, there is a chapel dedicated to the four saints. Do you know of that? Saint Indec?
Saint Cecily!
Now that you are a member of the church, be sure to familiarize yourself with our teachings and traditions. I have something to ask of you.
The Western Church, who rules over the western parts of Poland, has lately made some strange troop movements. If you hear anything concerning, be sure to let me know. Troubling rumors. Collect information on the Western Church and report to Seth. You may find an informant among the students in the courtyard.
Professor, you're the one taking out the bandits? That's one way to start your career at the Academy. I didn't expect they'd order us to risk our lives here. Seems a bit extreme, doesn't it? Professor, I've got a small favor to ask.
If I have to eat in that filthy dining hall, I prefer to invite a cute girl to dine with me. Me and you both, man. Beforehand, I'll find out her favorite foods so I can order them. She's happy, I'm happy. I haven't missed a move. Pretty great, huh? By sharing a meal with others in the dining hall, you can even treat someone to their favorite meal. Talk to the dining staff for details.
What's up, Professor? Hey, I got a girl waiting. Well, two. They don't know about each other. I mean, can we talk later?
I was thinking.
Alright, let's see where we gotta go next. Well, gotta speak with my house leader. I haven't even seen her yet. Okay, dining hall.
I've got to find out everyone's likes and dislikes so I know it's... You're a lifesaver.
Thank you for sharing in the culinary arts with me. I can tell you have exceptional taste and must truly enjoy making all manner of food as much as you do eating it. You're welcome to use the kitchen whenever you please. Alright. Collect recipes for the head chef. The library has quite a few cookbooks with interesting recipes. Might even try your hand at cooking. Get your permission to. So now we've completed that quest. Ooh, let's see. Who are we gonna cook with? Let's go with Let's do Manuel. Husker Bear Steak. Allies gain max HP +3 for the rest of the month. Or could use the Blessed Jelly. Morphous Plum Jelly. Allies gain luck +2 for the rest of the month. Mortality Stew. Defense +1 for the rest of the month. Yeah, let's cook up a mean steak.
My cooking is so good, it's been called seductive. Should I show you what I can do, Professor? Right. I do so enjoy cutting up vegetables in preparation to cook. So I'll do that and leave you with the cleanup.
Oh, how kind of you.
Oh.
Ooh, we could go to the fishing pond. A list of different types of fish that can be caught in the fishing pond. It's downright comprehensive. Right on. Alright, where's the fishing guru guy? Here we go. Begin fishing, first select your bait. Wait until you see the silhouette of the fish you want to catch and then press the A button to hook it. Don't wait too long though or the fish will escape with the bait. Press the A button when the circles overlap to reduce the stamina of the hooked fish. Once the stamina is depleted, you will have successfully caught the fish. If your line breaks, the fish will escape. Durability of the fishing line increases with professor level. Repeated excellent timing will create combos that reduce the fish's stamina quickly. If you land excellent timing at all opportunities, you will net a more valuable fish than usual. Okay, so we'll use Flame's bait. Alright, I think we caught it. This small fish is common in all regions of Fodlan. It is somehow connected to Saint Sethian. Alright, I gotta report to Flame. Where is she? Yeah, we'll fast travel there.
You have helped me so much.
Oh, wonderful. I am certain Saint Sethian will be most satisfied by this fish. If you ever wish to fish again, simply let the manager of the fishing pond know. I got pretty good reward for that. I don't know how we didn't travel to Hildegard. I mean, how did we not talk to her? That's what I mean.
Okay.
Okay. Bridget, Elmira, Dusker, even people from far-off lands gather here at the Academy. Word of advice, Professor. There are those who don't think kindly of such people.
I'm pretty sure there was one person that we talked to before that really liked to sing.
Do you know about the Cardinal, their identity?
Hey!
What the?
Hey there.
Hello. That reminds me. Okay.
Where is she? That's not where we want to be.
So, hello.
Ooh, here's an item. Angelica tea. And now I'm back in my room. Okay, where is Hildegard? There's Claude and Dimitri.
That reminds me.
A moment, please, Professor.
Oh, still no sight of her. Where? I don't know why I'm having such a hard time finding her. Oh. Here we go. Talk to Hubert first.
Real battle from time to time, but it is still a surprise to be tasked with punishing bandits without warning. It is a rather different sort of mission. It makes me wonder what the Archbishop is planning.
For some students, this will be their first time stepping onto a real battlefield. It's important that they're mentally prepared. As for me, do I look green to you? Is there anything else you wish to ask me about regarding spending your time at the monastery or battles?
Yes, we want to learn about these.
Just as students have much to learn from other students, professors can also share their knowledge with each other. You should consider seeking instruction from Professor Hanneman or Professor Manuela. I think you'll find their insight quite interesting.
You can increase your skills by training with knights and professors in the monastery. Use the faculty training option to benefit from their wisdom. As the story progresses, faculty training will become advanced drills. Use this option to learn from any unit with a higher skill level than your own.
Which house a student is assigned to depends on where they're from. That said, each professor has their own area of expertise. So if a student is adamant about it, it is possible to switch someone from one house to another, pending your approval, of course. If you become closer with the students by partaking in the various activities around the monastery, you'll be able to talk to them about such things.
Recruit students from other houses. You will need to meet their requirements. Each student prioritizes different stats and skills. It is easier to recruit students who like you, so try building up your support level with students you like to recruit. Certain non-students will also become available for recruitment as the story progresses. Sweet. Okay, finish exploring. You will want to finish exploring when your activity points run out. Press the L button to do so. Well, I mean, we can report to Sedith.
Well done. You have my thanks.
So the rumors are spreading. Still, it may be ill-advised to move against fellow followers of the faith. Even so, this is good information to have. I thank you. Ooh, okay. Learn more about students like to sing. Oh, let's complete everything and then call it a night after that. We only got 2 of these left. I don't see where a student who likes to sing might be. Maybe it's in the dining hall. I don't think so, because that's where one of our quests are. Talk to the dining staff and invite someone. Today's the day for some bonding bites. Oh, okay. Don't have enough activity points.
There are way too many vegetables in today's meal. The ratio of vegetables to sweets was completely skewed. Oh, hi, Professor. Were you just, well...
We can't recruit anybody now.
Frigid has much more warmth than Fodlan. Even spring here has coolness.
Okay, looks like we have to move on to the next day now, so... I think we're gonna stop here then. We just basically did a ton of exploring today. But hey, we gotta familiarize ourselves with what we're working with here. Alright, so thank you for everybody that tuned in today. I really appreciate it. And again, make sure you follow me on my social media. That's up in the top right corner of the screen. Typhlosion Tycoon, that's me. At Typhlosion Ty is my Twitter. But again, everything else is Typhlosion Tycoon. So again, I thank you all for watching. I'll be back streaming Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. for those who want to, tune in before work or whatever. So yeah, hope to see you then. And otherwise, stay tuned. Also, feel free to check out my merch store that's down in the left-hand corner. See if there's anything you like. If there's a color you want, be sure to let me know. Otherwise, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. All right, take it easy.